So we'll call the meeting to order at 6:39 p.m. And moving forward, we'll give the territorial acknowledgement. We respectfully acknowledge that the SFSS is located on the traditional unceded territories of the Coast Salish people, including the Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Quitlam, and Katsi nations. Unceded means that these territories have never been handed over, sold, or given up by these nations, and we are currently situated on occupied territories. Now we'll proceed forward to the roll call of attendance. I'll start with myself. We need to tell the name, pronouns, and the access needs. So I'll start with myself. My name is Vaibhav, and I'm the VP Events and Student Affairs, pronouns he, him, his, and my access needs are met for the time being. I'll move forward with French counselor.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ethan. My pronouns are he, his, and all of my access needs are met for tonight, although I may have to leave a little bit early just because I'm with my family. So, yeah.
Noted. Now we'll move to the linguistics counselor.
Hi, everyone. My name is Olive. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and all my access needs are met.
And Science Undergraduate Society counselor.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ayo. Pronouns he, him, his, and all my access needs are met.
And we have Faculty of Communication Arts and Technology counselor, like he sent his requests. He sent his regrets. Okay. So we'll move to the society staff. I assume we don't have the board organizer here. No operations organizer, but we do have administrative assistant.
Hey everyone, I'm Simmer. My pronouns are he and him, and all my access needs are met.
All right, so we'll go to item 3.3, regrets. We need to amend to add the regrets from Resco. Abby, do I need to move this? I'll move this. I'll need a second.
Above, I didn't introduce.
Oh, sorry.
Is my name not on the list or?
Oh yeah, your name was okay. My bad. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Hey, hi everyone. My name is Dipti. I'm one of the membership services coordinators for the events. Pronouns she, her, hers, and all my access needs are met.
Thanks, Dipti. Sorry for that. Again, we'll move to 3.3, regrets. I will amend this line item to
Hold on, so hold yours. There's 1 second, Vaibhav. If it's under consent agenda, you can just move to adopt the consent agenda first.
Consent agenda. Okay, so how about the regrets?
Regrets, we would amend onto the agenda if it's not already on there. If it's already on there, then it's part of the thing as is.
Okay, so we'll move to the item number 4, consent agenda. Moving to 4.1, consent agenda, it says, be it resolved to adopt the consent agenda by unanimous consent. 4.1.1, matters arising, we need to pass the matters arising from the minutes from the previous ESAC meeting on 7th of April 2022. Be it resolved to receive and file the following minutes from the meeting on 17th of March. I'll move this motion.
No, but you just have to seek unanimous consent.
Okay, I'll seek unanimous consent for this. If anybody wants to dissent, or they can raise their hand or list in the chat. Seeing none, I'll take this motion to...
It's carried.
Okay, so the motion is carried. Now we can move to adoption of the agenda.
Yep.
Right. Okay, so we'll move to the item number 5, adoption of the agenda, 5.1. We need be it resolved to adopt the agenda as presented. I move it. Can somebody second it?
Linguistics.
Linguistics seconded. Any discussions on this?
So if you wanted to add any regrets, this would be the section to do it if it's not already under consent agenda.
Okay, so yeah, I do have an amendment. I'll add the amendment as to add the regrets from the Faculty of Communication, Art and Technology counselors' regrets. I'll move it. Can somebody second it?
Olive.
Any discussions on that? Seeing none, we'll move to seek the unanimous consent. If anybody dissents, they can raise their hand or list in the chat. Seeing none, this motion is carried as amended. Now moving on to the main motion. 5.1. Be it resolved to adopt the agenda as presented. I'll move it. Can somebody second it?
So Vaibhav, we already have a mover and a seconder. This is just you're moving the agenda as amended now.
Okay, so just like seeking unanimous consent, right?
Unless someone else has a discussion, yeah.
Okay, so we'll move to the discussion. If there are any discussions, please let me know. Seeing none, we'll move to the unanimous consent. If anybody wants to dissent, please raise your hand or list in the chat. Seeing none, this motion is carried as carried forward. Now we will move to line number 10, new business. That is 10.1, vice chair elections. That is submitted by me. That reads like, be it resolved to appoint X as the vice chair of the Events and Student Affairs Committee for the vice chair of the Events and Student Affairs Committee for the 2022-2023 council year. I'll move this motion. Can somebody second that?
French.
French seconds that. Now we'll move to the discussion. If anybody wants to list their nominations, they can do it here. I see Abby, you just like direct messaged me. If you can get
That's my bad. I'll retract.
Okay, so Io, you listed. You can proceed further.
I nominate myself.
Io nominates himself. Anybody else wants to nominate themselves? Seeing none, we just take it to a vote, right?
So at this point, since no one else has run, it's uncontested. What you do is you move to amend the motion to replace X with IO's full name. All right. So yeah, since we don't have any other candidates running for the position, this is an uncontested elections. So congratulations, Io. You are elected as the vice chair for the Events and Student Affairs Committee for the council year 2022-2023. I'll move this motion to replace X with IO. So the motion will read like, be it resolved to appoint IO, how do you pronounce the name, IO? Sorry.
Just IO is fine.
IO is fine, okay. To appoint IO as the vice chair of the Events and Student Affairs Committee for the council year 2022-2023. Any discussions on this? Seeing none, we'll take it to unanimous consent. If anybody wants to dissent, raise your hand or list in the chat. Seeing none, we'll take this motion as carried.
So, Vaibhav, just so you're aware, that's the amendment. So now that was just to change X to IO. Now you have to pass the motion as a whole.
Okay. So this motion is carried as amended. Now we'll move to the main motion, 10.1. Be it resolved to appoint X as the vice chair of the events and ESAC for the council year 2022-2023. I move it. Can somebody second that? IO seconds that. Now we'll move to the discussion. If anybody wants to list in the chat, please do so. So seeing none, we'll move forward to the unanimous consent. If anybody wants to dissent, please raise your hand or list in the chat. Seeing none, this motion is carried. Now we will move to line number 12, and congratulations, Ayo, for being elected as the vice chair for the ESAC for the year. And moving forward, we'll move to item 12 in camera. I'll read the motion. The motion reads, be it resolved to go in camera for the remainder of the meeting. Can somebody move that?
Ethan will move.
Can somebody second that?
I'll second.
LF seconds that. So we will go to discussions and discussions. Please raise your hand. Seeing none, we'll move to unanimous consent. If anybody wants to dissent, please raise your hand. Seeing none, we'll carry this motion as amended. Am I right?
Okay, just carried. But now what you're going to do is you're going to have to pause the recording.
All right, sounds good. So I will humbly request you guys to stay until we come back. We'll be back soon. I'll stop the recording and we'll move to the breakout room again. Yeah, let's start it. So moving back to our item number 13, X camera. So the motion states, be it resolved to go X camera. I'll move this motion. Can somebody second that?
I'll second.
Ethan seconds that. Any discussion on that? Please list if you want to. Seeing none, I'll move to the unanimous consent. If anybody wants to dissent or have an issue, just please list or raise your hand. Seeing none, this motion is carried. Now we will move to adjournment. It was a quick meeting. So the motion reads, be it resolved to adjourn the meeting at 7:17 p.m. I'll move this motion. Can somebody second that?
Ethan.
Ethan seconds that. Now it's the time for discussion. I'll give you the room for discussion, if any. Seeing none, we'll move to the unanimous consent. If anybody wants to dissent, please raise your hand or list in the chat. Seeing none, we will carry the motion and the meeting is adjourned. Thank you guys for coming up. I'll see you in the next meeting and yeah, thank you.
Do you want to just stay a minute on call with me?
Sure, yeah, I will.